इंडिया में चश्मे की जो दुकानें हैं, we have 60 shops for a million people and we have 1200 jewelry shops for a million people. I was in a floor at Microsoft in a campus where there were 50,000 people. I kind of felt that what I was doing was incremental and what Bill was doing was more revolutionary.
And you literally quit the next day.
आज भी we find kids जो -6 -7 पावर के साथ grade 6 में बैठे हैं.
So I got my first eyewear prescription in grade 1 और exactly बच्चों ने इतना मजाक उड़ाया कि मैंने चश्मा अंदर पहनना छोड़ दिया.
आज भी इंडिया में कौन माँ बाप अपने बच्चों का आई टेस्ट कराता है?
किस उम्र में कराना चाहिए? At some point you guys were doing multiple star.cart businesses.
Watch card, bags card, jewelry.
How many glasses do you guys ship every year?
So last year we shipped about a little more than 22 million. COVID was a big one, you know.
Yeah.
We had almost 1,000 plus retail stores in India shut.
Great. Piyush, welcome to Sparks. I think
Glad to be here.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely looking forward to it. I was just trying to recall our early days. I think when Chirate, which was IDG at that time, I think invested in you guys in 2011 or so, right? And Sudhir introduced us.
Yes.
So I remember
All those Chirate events.
Chirate events. Yeah, right. It's come a long way. So 15 years. In fact, I was going through Piyush, your background also in preparation for this. I realized you're pretty much into entrepreneurship right after college, you know, where you barely work for not even few years.
Just maybe 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
तो क्या मतलब शुरू से एकदम क्लियर था कि मतलब एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना है, कंपनी चालू करनी है?
Absolutely not, actually. I had no plans
अच्छा.
to be an entrepreneur. I was very happy with my job. I wasn't even dissatisfied, neither with money nor with the quality of job. I think it was just how एक thought आया कि वो when I had met Bill in one of the events at Microsoft कि यार ये तो दुनिया बदल रहे हैं यहाँ PC in every home.
You were in your first year in Microsoft when you got to meet Bill Gates. In fact, you went to his house.
Yes. I think they do some event with new joiners and
Okay.
and that is how it happened.
Right.
And but I was really impressed. And वो हुआ ना फिर उस दिन रात को नींद नहीं आई and अगले दिन सोचा कि मैनेजर से आके बात कर ली कि I want to quit. And my manager was taken aback that I thought you were pretty happy here.
I sent you to Bill's house to get impressed and get motivated on Microsoft. But actually, some of these, pivotal moments when one meeting, one impression can change the trajectory. Maybe talk more about it. What was going through your head, when you met Bill? And what all went through your head? Why didn't you sleep that night?
Firstly, I was in a floor at Microsoft in a campus where there were 50,000 people, right? And I kind of felt that what I was doing was incremental, and what Bill was doing was more revolutionary. And I felt कि इंडिया में तो अभी revolution की ज़रूरत है. ये incremental, my job was कि देखो यार Morgan Stanley को क्या feature चाहिए office में, what is the next feature we need, and those are macros and very high end features. So I think what was going in my head is that why not do something as transformative as this? So I didn't really have a plan, but I didn't want to be one in 50,000, I think.
And you literally quit the next day.
I decided to quit the next day, and then of course there was a lot of conversations with my managers. They wanted कि you go to India and work at Microsoft there. There was a H1B lottery introduced that year for the first time, and I was hoping I don't get in the lottery. And many of my friends didn't get in the lottery and they were very upset. Unfortunately, I got into the lottery also. So it became a little harder.
Chalo, abhi to, now that no one is getting to lottery, made it hard.
It was very quick. I think in 1 month, I was almost decided fully that I want to come back. My parents were initially a bit taken aback, but they, my mom was very happy. So it helped.
It is reminding actually how I quit my first job. So मेरा पहला job भी was in a consulting company, Deloitte Consulting, Chicago में. So in one of the projects they put me a project where I supposed to test some very old mainframe type of system. तो मैंने 2 दिन किया and then basically literally I thought my life is going to be about this, testing this some 70s वाला mainframe. I left from the office, I just didn't go back.
Yeah.
मतलब हुआ ही नहीं वापस जाने का.
बिल्कुल.
And no. So you came back in 2007,
2008.
2008, and right off the bat you started, and I think you were doing few different businesses before you.
नहीं, तो मैं तो पहले I was in the house garage
हाँ.
trying to figure out what to do. And
Right.
my most recent experience was my college.
Right.
Because I worked very less. And there my housing was a big problem for me because university housing is a problem.
Yeah.
So I built a website called searchmycampus.com where you could find housing near college.
Right.
And so that's how the team got built. There were 30 odd people that were working in my house basement where I even live today. And yeah, that's how it all started. And one thing led to the other. And we had a lot of colleges. And it was generating some money also.
Yeah.
I was applying the same Microsoft principles. But then it was not enough. I felt that this is also not transformative. I think that Kida was there in my head that and the company used to be in those days called Enable India.
Achha.
You know, that we have to enable India. So there was this constant, and even to the team I used to say, कि we are a company which is going to do not one thing. And I used to give them example कि जैसे Microsoft का office है, Windows है, we will also have more things. And then, you know, luckily this concept of eyewear, which I read about, struck me like, you know, why is nobody solving this problem? Because they, you know, I read it that India is the blind capital of the world. But then when I researched into it, I realized कि यार ये problem तो बड़ी है और कोई काम नहीं कर रहा है.
Let's say more about that because it's not very obvious. Let's say when you say, you know, India is a blind capital of the world, we can also now say India is a diabetes capital of the world. वो पढ़ना एक बात होती है और ठीक है, you know, problem है. But translating that into a business idea and that too, and I can already see Piyush ki you're very ambitious from day one. Like you had, you know, this Microsoft inspiration and what do you say, Enable India and big transformative things. So how do you connect those things? Like so big vision and seeing eyewear is something, you know, I don't think it was obvious at all. I mean, I was also doing e-commerce at the time, and if you would have met me, you say कि यार मोबाइल फोन बेचना बड़ा हो सकता है, फैशन बेचना बड़ा हो सकता है, आईवेयर कैसे बड़ा होगा?
See, India में, if you look at it, I know India is the diabetes capital of the world, पर चश्मा एक ऐसी चीज है जो कि, you know, it affects the younger population and in their work, in their day-to-day work. In fact, it impacts your learning very large. So when we say India is the blind capital of the world, it's not necessarily because of the number of people that live here.
Sure.
It is a lot to do with कि जितने लोगों को यहाँ चश्मा चाहिए, basic chashma. And let's forget right now even people who are above a certain age. और उनमें से जितने लोग अभी चश्मा पहन रहे हैं, वो गैप बहुत ज्यादा है. Right? That is what I'm saying. So forget the population size. But अगर 100 लोगों को चश्मा चाहिए, अगर उस जमाने में 25 लोग पहन रहे हैं, that was the largest in the world. कि आप स्कूल जा रहे हो, पढ़ रहे हो, और and फिर वो जब एक प्रॉब्लम में आप घुस जाते हो तो आपको हर जगह you only see that.
Fair enough.
And I used to meet kids, and my wife runs the foundation now. And हमें आज भी we find kids जो -6, -7 power के साथ grade 6 में बैठे हैं. Right? I don't even know how they are clearing their exams. So I think that kind of moved me कि यार ये कुछ ऐसा है जो transformative हो सकता है.
Understood. So this is about 2010-11.
This is about 2010-11. But the ambition was there कि you know, me and my co-founder Amit, we used to say about कि कुछ ऐसा बनाना है. It is funny कि if जो नहीं हो, if it wasn't there in the world will not be the same place.
Right.
So we used to say कि look at Google search. You know, and then after a few years we used to, in our town halls, we used to give example to people of Google Maps.
Yeah.
We used to say if Google Maps did not exist today, we can't imagine our lives. So we were always very clear कि कुछ बनाना, we have to make something that the world will not be the same.
Right. That's outstanding here. I'm just, you know, these days I meet with so many entrepreneurs and people are in a hurry to do something. So I think what I'm already gathering from Piyush, what you're saying, ki you had a clear, large ambition to make a big impact. And obviously you did all the hard yards and a lot of, you know, on-ground execution over the last 15 years. Today, Lenskart is obviously a phenomenal company. But, you know, that balance of massive ambition, like, you know, head in clouds literally, and feet on ground. And because I'm building business, you know, couldn't have been easy at all, and we'll come to that. But I think that combination is, you can be dramatically ambitious, but then also have this 10 15
And
years.
we are nowhere, at least in our heads,
Mm.
not even scratch the surface of that impact, because we
Right.
still keep comparing
Right.
to where that is and where we are.
And that the gap that you were talking about. So one, I assume that the kids and younger folks, who don't have access to quality eyewear probably affect learning outcome, income outcomes, overall prospect in life. So it's a simple device, but can probably have a dramatic impact on the outcome, how your life unfolds if you're not able to read and learn properly. And
It is, matlab, I have seen kids who are failing, और जिनके English में, math में 40 नंबर आ रहे हैं 100 में से, they are getting 50,
Yeah.
and they move immediately to 90.
Wow.
So the impact is very high. And even in the working population, even if I look at, an accountant doing a job, uski productivity increases, even the reports say it is more than 30%.
Got it. And उस वक्त जो गैप था, it was because of what, lack of awareness, कि लोगों को पता ही नहीं था चश्मा चाहिए, कि affordability issue था, accessibility issue था, क्या issue था, कि why was the gap, as you're saying, the highest in the world?
See, एक तो I think there was a phobia of wearing glasses,
Okay.
right? कि chashmish, I mean, you have been in school, I have been in, a lot of people used to call me chashmish.
हाँ.
तो वो एक phobia बन जाता है कि इससे हमें दूरी रहना है. So when that is there, so you don't even get your eyes tested.
I want to tell you one story. So I got my first eyewear prescription in grade 1. और exactly बच्चों ने इतना मजाक उड़ाया कि मैंने चश्मा अंदर पहनना छोड़ दिया. Fortunately, मतलब it was always within 0.5 or so. तो अभी तक now that actually in your honor I should wear my glasses too. But how, exactly, there was this whole ajeeb sa, phobia and then peer pressure. Like you were very reluctant, and I personally have experienced that.
तो वही आपको बचपन से when you are trained, your mind is trained like that.
Yeah.
And एक support system नहीं है health checkup में.
Right.
So you will avoid it till you can. And then awareness नहीं है तो accessibility भी नहीं है. इंडिया में आज भी चश्मे की जो दुकानें हैं, we have 60 shops for 1 million people.
60 shops for 1 million people.
And we have 1,200 jewelry shops for 1 million people.
Wow, okay.
So you can imagine.
Yeah.
So gap has been there in both access and awareness. Affordability तो उतना नहीं है मेरे हिसाब से, because इंडिया में सबके पास मोबाइल फोन है. It costs 4,000-5,000 rupees at least to buy a mobile phone.
Yeah.
चश्मा तो आप 500,000 रुपए में फिर भी ले लेंगे. So I think it is a lot to do with that. So if you look at Lenskart from the very beginning, we never really marketed vision correction. We have always been a little bit fun, and a lot of people called us frivolous, कि यार ये serious है. But वो seriousness हटाना बहुत जरूरी था. कि it is okay, मतलब ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो गया. And luckily over the years it has become cool. अब तो celebrities भी पहनते हैं, विराट कोहली भी चश्मा पहनते हैं. तो that burden reduces in your head, so you are more open.
Right.
कि ठीक है, आइस टेस्ट करा ले. तो आज भी इंडिया में कौन माँ बाप अपने बच्चों का आई टेस्ट कराता है?
किस उम्र में कराना चाहिए? Like maybe people listening to it.
3 years.
3 years.
You should start getting your kids.
It's like almost mandatory.
It is almost mandatory. I mean, if you go to some of the developed countries, you have to get their eyes tested every 6 months. इंडिया में तो मैं जितना देखता हूँ कि 6 साल, 7 साल, 10 साल तक भी कोई आई टेस्ट नहीं कराता. And अगर आप देखो, if you can read that better than me, I won't know.
Right.
As an adult. So for a child, it is even more difficult.
Right.
तो पहला जो पेरेंट्स का डिस्कवरी होता है ना, वो सीधा हाई पावर पे होता है. जब पावर ऑलरेडी एक्सट्रीम, जब तक बच्चा ये नहीं बोलता कि मेरे को सर में -1 -2 तक, तो the kids are just managing.
What are the broad numbers? And just generally, like, I don't know whether is India unique or globally, if you take a large enough population size, let's say 1 million people, what percentage of people organically have a need for some kind of vision correction?
अब तो adults में, if I talk about it, almost 68 to 70%.
60 to 70%.
Yeah, I would know more. I would say 68 to 70.
68 to 70%
adults. And this number, if you go to Southeast Asia, is now 80, 83, 85%.
Nearly everyone.
Nearly everyone. And kids about 5 years back used to be about 20%. Abhi kids is already above 40. And if you go to little bit urban, को ले लेंगे तो kids will be, मतलब आप you go to any school, any urban school today, 40%, 30 or 40% are wearing glasses, बाकी और 20-30% है जिनको पता ही नहीं है their kids need glasses.
एंड ये थोड़ा इट्स अ मॉडर्न फिनोमिना कि इट हैज ऑलवेज बीन लाइक दैट, मतलब कुछ थोड़ा लाइफस्टाइल रिलेटेड भी है कि इट्स लाइक अदर लाइफस्टाइल डिजीजेस, or it just how, I guess human bodies are that
It
most
was bad, but I think with this digital, phone penetration and the amount of time people are spending on phone, this has gone to another level, because phone then links to lack of sleep.
right.
Lack of sleep, then one of the other things is जैसे pollution है, right? You are not going out as much.
Yeah.
So when you're not going out as much, so the key, I think, at least in my understanding, is practicing seeing distances.
Right.
तो जब आप दूर का देखते हैं तो आपकी आईज ट्रेन होती है. तो in early age today, what we used to do in outdoor and what our kids are doing in outdoor is very different.
Right.
एक तो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस भी होती है, 2-3 महीने तो अभी स्कूल बंद रहेंगे.
Right.
तो so that becomes a major issue, that eyes are not getting trained to see distance. तो distance viewing खराब हो जाती है. And I don't know, but I've seen after COVID, this has also accelerated a lot.
Got it. So this is something like almost like a silent epidemic. Yes, nearly everyone needs correction.
WHO, WEF says it is the biggest right now, because the loss of learning for a child or for even a worker to not work well is the biggest. They put some number of $250 billion lost every year because of this. और इसमें दो चीजें हो रही है. एक तो चश्मा ज्यादा लोगों को लग रहा है, दूसरा जो एवरेज प्रिस्क्रिप्शन है वो बहुत बढ़ रही है.
Right.
तो पहले हमारी पावर, लाइक यू सेड, मेरा -0.5 था.
Right.
अभी -0.5 नहीं होता है बॉस किसी का. Everyone I see is minus. Southeast Asia, everybody is -4, -5. इंडिया में अभी when you get your kids eye test, सीधा नंबर आएगा -5,
Right.
-4. तो ये जो second problem है, it is even bigger.
Got it. See, I think what the point you Piyush made earlier कि build something so significant कि और world में exist नहीं करेगा, it will matter. I think you guys at Lenskart are there. These are staggering numbers, and we're not talking about 0.1, 0.2% of the population. We're talking about 70-80% of the population. And honestly, if let's say we remove Lenskart from the picture, I don't think anyone talks about it. Like obesity के बारे में लोग बात करते हैं, diabetes के बारे में बात करते हैं, altered lifestyle disease, sugar, this, that. But overall sight is, I don't think so. That way, I think you guys have really managed to kind of put yourself in a situation where you are making what's the technical term here? Vision correction, vision augmentation, like क्या बोलना चाहिए?
Vision correction is okay.
Vision correction, yeah. Great. And what is the scale now? So थोड़ा सा like fast forward to today, how many glasses do you guys ship every year?
So last year we shipped about a little more than 22 million units.
So it's 2.2 crores.
2.2 crores.
Got
right?
it.
Which we again feel is relatively less considering the gap. तो अभी and about I would say the goal is to multiply, and we did about 16 million eye exams last year.
Yeah.
And in FY23 we did 6 million eye exams.
Got it.
So the way we look at our business is कि let's focus on the core mission of the company कि eye test करते हैं.
Right.
And उसको democratize करते हैं. And we don't charge for eye test.
Right.
और पहले एक शॉप में एक आई क्लिनिक होता था कि एक रूम होता है जिसमें आई टेस्ट होता है. अभी वो मिनिमम 2 से 3 हो गए.
Got it.
एंड उसमें अब हमने रिमोट भी शुरू कर दिया, दैट यू कैन, वी हैव बैंक्स ऑफ ऑप्टॉम्स सिटिंग इन द सेंटर, एआई ला के सेल्फ आई टेस्ट भी करें. बट आइडिया इज टू रियली, जिस दिन हम 100 मिलियन आई टेस्ट करना शुरू कर देंगे राइट इंडिया में, देन वी कैन टॉक अबाउट जो इंडिया ने पोलियो में किया था, इरेडिकेशन,
राइट,
वी कैन गेट देयर. सो आई थिंक हमारा वही है कि आई टेस्ट करो, बाकी भूल जाओ, rest everything will follow.
Right, makes sense.
And that strategy has been working.
Right.
पर हमने कभी इसको ऐसे नहीं सोचा कि कितने लोगों का आई टेस्ट करेंगे, आई टेस्ट का क्या खर्चा आ रहा है.
Sure.
उस मैथ में जाएंगे तो शायद शॉर्ट टर्म सोचेंगे. एंड आई थिंक दैट लॉन्ग टर्म थॉट प्रोसेस की लेट्स टेक कोर टू द मिशन हैज वर्कड.
और इसमें जस्ट पुटिंग ऑन अ बिजनेस लाइन, एक बार पता चल गया कि यू हैव -2 पावर, तो मोस्ट पीपल will want to get a glass, and then there's also a lifelong thing. I think you'll
Almost everybody, if let's say you come, अब पहली बात तो if you come into the if you come to do an eye test, मेजर अभी काफी हद तक लोग जो आते हैं उन्होंने पहले कभी आई टेस्ट नहीं कराया होता, विच इज अ गुड थिंग. एंड अगर उनको नंबर पता चल जाता है, आई वुड से मेजॉरिटी ऑफ देम विल बाय ऑन द स्पॉट.
राइट. हाँ, मतलब व्हाई नॉट.
ऐसा नहीं है कि यू नो अफोर्डेबिलिटी नहीं है. इट्स नॉट अ बिग एक्सपेंस.
राइट.
एंड उनको जब उनको एक बार आपने, हमारी एक प्रैक्टिस है स्नोर में कि वंस वी डू योर आई टेस्ट, हम आपको एक ट्रायल चश्मा पहना के उस पावर का चक्कर काटने को बोलते हैं स्नोर में.
राइट.
एंड जब वो आप दुनिया वैसे देख लेते हो ना, तो वी आर मिशन स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रांसफॉर्म द वे पीपल सी एंड एक्सपीरियंस द वर्ल्ड. तो हम वो कराते हैं ट्रांसफॉर्म. तो उसके बाद वो यू नो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू.
This is outstanding. These kind of businesses, they're really good, which are on one hand it's a scale, so it's a great business proposition, but on the other hand it's really having genuine impact on the world. Every one of those 22 million people who are wearing those glasses, their lives are better.
Yes.
Every day, unlike, there are many type of business to be built. Recently we've seen how real money gaming got banned and so on. It's like, fine, not comment on that, but yeah, there are some businesses, which actually makes the consumer's life better. I feel honestly the same about, what we do at CureFit. We have now about 1 million subscribers, and most people who come in, thoda workout karte hain, they influence their family and so on. So there's a business, but there's also, something.
Yes. Improving the health of people.
Improving health of people, right? It's going back to this 22 million number. What do you think? What's the broad math here? Like, we have 1.4 billion people, and based on the numbers you're saying, I assume at least half of the population needs glasses, and probably you need to upgrade your glass every couple of years.
You actually अभी तो average जो लोग पहन रहे हैं, they are upgrading their glasses almost every year. Yeah. पहले होता था वो couple of years.
Right.
चश्मे भी महंगे होते थे. Life, the way our lifestyle was very different. But अगर हम average निकालेंगे, of course there'll be some people who will extend it longer. Sure. But average निकालेंगे तो it is almost about 1.8 glasses every 2 years. About one per year.
Got it. So which means, India can easily take 700, 800 million glasses every year. So
easily.
So you have like almost infinite growth ahead of you.
Yes, 100%. And abhi to what I am seeing is there are a lot of people who are buying, at least our averages are almost 4 glasses every 2 years.
Right.
So this is becoming lifestyle. अब एक time होता था हम shoes भी ऐसे ही पहनते थे.
Right.
Now nobody counts.
Right.
So as I think it becomes part of lifestyle, that thought process will evaporate from our thinking, and I'm seeing it happen. There are people, at least a large number of people are buying 10 specs a year.
No, my son is a big Lenskart customer. वो सारे पता नहीं क्या करता है, वो तोड़ देता है, तो हर साल कम से 5 तो खरीदता है.
So it is becoming lifestyle now.
Right.
It is becoming lifestyle. तो काम अभी बहुत है. Like I say, 22 million, when you look at 700 million people, is a long way to go.
Right.
Is a long way to go. So it's all relative.
Piyush, I was going through kind of a little bit of Lenskart journey. I also read about another pivotal moment that happened in your journey is, I think Ronnie Screwvala was also involved. At some point, you guys were doing multiple star.cart businesses.
Watch cart, bags cart, juice.
Right, right. And I remember actually at the time, 2011-12, I was also thinking, so Myntra was also starting to take off.
Yeah.
I was thinking, should we be doing different things for beauty के लिए, jewelry के लिए, कि नहीं करना चाहिए? Answer clear नहीं था. But I think when I read that Ronnie at some point told you guys that कि बॉस अगर बड़ा बनाना है तो बाकी से बंद करो और एक करो, something like that. I just wanted to share that story.
Yeah, so see, firstly, I shared the history of how we started. So business Lenskart ही था, and बाद में when we got funding, there was this idea floated कि we should become like an online accessories business.
Right.
So we added watches, bags, jewelry. But heart and soul was still about transformation.
Right.
So I also used to spend 90% of my time on Lenskart only.
Okay.
And बाकी businesses के लिए हमने business heads रखे थे.
Got it.
And I think Ronnie was also realized this. कि अगर 1 घंटे की meeting होती है तो पीयूष तो 90% time only talks Lenskart. बाकी सब तो you know, and उस टाइम क्या हो रहा था revenue wise, when GMV के दिन थे वो,
Yeah, correct.
तो watches jewelry because of their ticket size, you know, GMV they will expand the GMV, तो GMV तो बढ़ रहा था,
Right.
but जो माइंड था वो सारा लो GMV बिजनेस में था, because eyewear was the least ticket size business. So one Sunday I was just chatting with Ronnie at his house, and I think there was a discussion about, I distinctly remember he asked me ki, where do you see, you know, yourself in the next 5-10 years? And I think without thinking, I just said ki, you know, the eyewear solution provider, something like that, or the largest eyewear. And so he said to me, then do that. You know, why do the others? And of course, that would take away 70-80% of the GMV of the company. But then funding bhi to lena hai. Then he said, ki if you do that, I will put in the next round. I will not dilute the valuation. I'll not upgrade it also.
Right.
But if you do that, that would be, that is an offer
Right.
for you to consider. And then when I thought about it, I went back home. I felt like it is not a bad deal, because my heart is there, company's heart is there, and we took it. And then Chirate, you know, also joined hands, saying ki we will also participate in ProData. So that, I think, was a pivotal moment, because and Ronnie was also clear, don't worry about other businesses. Like, don't try to now sell it, ki humne itne paise lagaye hain, let's make, because I think he was clear that if you put all your energy here, that will be more opportunistic than trying to make money of the other businesses. So we took a cut-off date, कि इस दिन के बाद ये सब बंद, and it worked like magic. I think it was like suddenly, and that was my learning, that adding a purpose to an organization changes a lot. Then people come to work not to sell, but to, you know, with a very clear and powerful hona chahiye wo, right? And Lenskart's purpose was definitely way more powerful than building an online accessory business. तो वो जो एनर्जी इकोसिस्टम में आई was incredible.
It's a powerful, very powerful story, I think, credit to both you and Ronnie, because it's not easy to give up 80% of businesses. As you said, कि वो GMV वाले दिन थे, और extra 10% also has a bearing on valuation.
Yes.
All hands में you can stand up say कि we have grown again versus saying कि यार हमारा business अभी 80% कम हो गया है. So it was, this whole call took you guys weeks, months. I don't imagine it being easy.
A few months at least. I think conversationally decide हो गया था. But then putting into execution is not easy. Shutting down business, आपके पास inventory है, customers है, it's not easy.
Right.
I've been through it. It is very difficult even for employees and the managers. Good thing was we absorbed everybody in Lenskart. तो वहाँ पे manpower and talent double triple हो गया. But it is still not easy. Emotionally आपको एक रहता है ना, आपको कोई जानता है, वो कह रहा है अच्छा अब आप jewelry नहीं बेचते हो, right? You shut down that business. What happened?
Correct.
So I think it is emotionally tough.
क्या गलत है?
क्या गलत हो गया?
Right. But I credit to investors also, like backing and putting in more money as well. I mean, this is pivots in the end, look very glamorous, but in the moment,
it is
very painful, right? It's and this was already 4 years into the business.
Yes.
So.
Almost.
Right, got it. And so Piyush, like if you today, you got an outstanding place. I think you have your IPO coming up. All the best for that. Only from whatever I can see, there is a lot of interest, right? And you guys are caddy leader by a long shot. People see you on Shark Tank, giving advice and on mentorship and funding to a lot of. All looks very glamorous, and but I imagine there must be, like in this pivot year, there must be at least few very tough years. I want to talk about that. So थोड़ा सोच के बताओ कि which are the particular tough years in your journey?
There was a time you were almost out of money.
Which year?
I think just before, TPG came in, or right after TPG came in. I think maybe 2015-16.
Okay.
I think the markets, I've seen this, markets are very brutal. And I have seen this now twice or three cycles. money just evaporates.
Right.
You know, not because anything you're doing,
Right.
but nobody wants to
Hmm.
fund you anymore. Everybody's cautious. कोई एक company का कोई, you know, somebody lost money and then, you know, the money just dries up.
How close were you in terms of money being? I'll tell you, in fact, I had a similar experience in 2013. हमारे पास तो this was एक महीने के पैसे नहीं बचे थे. This was, you know, नवंबर 25-26 हो गया था. This is 2013. And I was basically calling all the investor, anyone, you know, and Lee Fixel, you know, at Tiger, he decided to basically give us a bridge loan of 5 million. Otherwise, we wouldn't have met, you know, payroll for that month. 5 दिन बचे थे. मतलब, so I don't know how close you guys get.
Almost similar. I think 1-2 महीने के पैसे होंगे हमारे पास, and then I think we took a bridge round, just like you did.
Right.
From what I remember, TPG did a bridge round at that time in the middle to keep the company going. वो भी easy नहीं था, because you know it's a US fund.
Correct.
And convincing them to put in money at that time, it was very very close, very very close.
And तो I know time हो गया, almost 10 साल हो गए उसको. But what do you recall, like, you know, how did that period shape things within the company or your way of thinking about things?
See, it definitely made us go through some of the most emotional times as a business, because, you know, you build something, you got to a certain scale, आपको लगता है कि, you know, which is why I say one should never arrive. You know, it is better to always assume that, you know, you don't know what is on the other side of the line. So you have to stay grounded. But वो एक वो समझ में आ गया था कि यार ये you need to become stronger. You know, business cannot be run with emotions. You need to. It taught us practicality. Our big learning was also that at the end of the day, आपकी internal stories जो भी हो, what matters is your numbers, your outcome. पीछे आपका I had this person did not join, this person did not work out, या आपका कोई factory में problem. Nobody really cares. So you have to be very sharp focused. You know, if you lose your eye from the ball, you remove your eye from the ball. So the way I put it nowadays is you should know what matters. If you don't know what matters, you know, it can be very dangerous. Right. And I learned this lesson. I was watching a movie of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, where I think Steve was telling Bill that Apple is the best. And Microsoft had just launched PC with IBM. And Bill was telling Steve it doesn't matter. Right? So I was recalling, at least when we went through that time, it is very important today. And ever since that, you know, one thing that I've realized in, like, we never celebrated funding at Lenskart.
Excellent.
Not even a PR. Like, my employees would never hear from me that a round is raised or anything. We will only celebrate our outcomes.
And thought process was that doesn't matter. That's an enabler, right?
What matters is your customer, your satisfaction, your revenue, profitability, core employee satisfaction. But ye cheeze matter nahi. You should know what matters. And if that didn't happen, even I would say in the business priorities, you know, you can do a lot of things. But you realize कि अगर ये नहीं हुआ, तो अगर अभी इंडिया में, I'll just say कि in our company we said, अगर net promoter score high नहीं है,
right,
your customers are not satisfied, you could do all the revenue in the world, but in the long term it won't matter. Right? So I think those kind of things, it really taught me the value of money. It taught the whole organization ever since that. And when COVID came, we were a different company. I really think the way we handled that taught us how to manage in COVID. We didn't let anybody go in COVID. We were in the building mode versus in the reversal mode. We managed money like everything, like never before. So it was a good lesson.
So people say, you know, that this whole thing of not letting crisis go to waste, or sometimes crisis really form the character of a company, right? So, and this 2015 was the last major crisis. Uska se kuch like smooth sailing. I mean, COVID obviously challenging for everyone, but you, as you saying, you are well prepared and navigated well.
Uske baad, COVID was a big crisis, I think, in the company. There was, I remember, we were shifting a software in our factory, and ours is a very, very, very intricate job where you have to make glasses, and वो software फट गया था, and glasses were all over, किसी को रॉन्ग पावर जा रहा होगा, डबल डबल चश्मे जा रहे थे. So that was a short term, maybe 1 month of crisis. But COVID was a big one. We have retail stores. We're not a fully online business. Online businesses were different.
Yeah.
We had almost 1,000+ retail stores in India shut. By this time, we also had some international business.
Right.
How to manage that ecosystem. So many employees. It was a very, very, I give credit to the team of how they managed it and converted that into an opportunity.
Right.
But it was one of the toughest periods in that sense.
Got it. And this reminds me of the other thing I think you guys were quite a bit of pioneer in is starting this whole offline retailing.
Yeah.
At some point, the whole premise of e-commerce was कि यार दुकान नहीं चाहिए, online बेचो, inventory कम होगी, all of that. We didn't realize कि logistic cost कितनी ज़्यादा होगी. But I think you guys started offline stores very early.
Yeah.
And now it has become very cool and
Yeah.
pretty much anyone who wants to survive in retail needs to do this, level. तो क्या thought process था, कैसे चालू हुआ?
See, एक बार जब हमने वो तीनों कार्ट्स बंद कर दिए थे, we got a little bit more confidence कि let's think first principles. We don't need to, and I think एक confidence भी आ गया था from the existing investors that we are in it for the long term,
Right.
for the market.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big confidence for us because I could apply the same principles that we had learned over the years and think customer. तो एक clear था customer से जब हम बात करते थे, or why the ones who were not buying, it was very clear कि we like Lenskart, we have heard about it, but हमको eye test कराना है, चश्मा try करना है. तो store was the obvious choice. Now, but what was the barrier? You are an online company. ये तो offline हो जाएगी. Core, enemy.
ये कब की बात है? वही 2015-16 के?
हाँ, 15-16.
Okay.
Just when we had shut the other cards.
Right.
And so एक वो confidence था कि experiment कर लेते हैं ना, what is the issue? So I live in Delhi, GK2, and then office was in Okla. So Alaknanda market is a small neighborhood market. So we opened a store. It was so profitable. It was queuing up. Then there was this other discussion कि यार you are a tech company. You cannot run retail, तो इसको franchise ही कर दो. Right? You just build a platform. But again, the principles were यार हमको experience तो वही देना है. So I think we started this not because it was against the norm. Every meeting I would sit in after that, in an investor meeting, they would say, so you are not an online company, you're not a tech company, you're a retail business. Is that how we should look at you? And then they would ask, okay, what is online profitability? What is offline profitability? Time kept passing by and I understood your customers same hai. Is सब में नहीं पड़ते. And luckily we had got investors now who were, it wasn't okay for them also, I would say. For many years in our board meeting, investors would say, increase your online share. ये अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. And I have heard all those comments. But I think by now I had realized that the only thing that matters is what is your customer value proposition. And how strong you are. Are you incrementally better or are you revolutionary better? As long as you're doing that, ये सब कोई matter नहीं करता. I think it takes time to build self-confidence. But I've seen that is the truth of the world, even today. Just focus on customer. Make sure you're building a sustainable business, long-term. Unit economics are right. If you're creating significant value, you watch your customer, rest, everything will follow. If you
That's very powerful. I think it's a very important lesson for entrepreneurs right there. Like, you need to have courage of conviction. You may be right or you may be wrong. But if you are doing what other people are telling you, then you're guaranteed to not be differentiated by definition.
I see so many people opening stores nowadays because abhi omni-channel cool hai. That is also wrong.
Correct.
You have to see, is it important for your customer?
That's right. Right. And part of that is, and I think I picked it a little bit of reading again, Piyush, from Lenskart history. I think you have managed to stay very close to customer. I think what are your processes? How do you, because now you run a large company, fundraising, IPO, and so on. It's very easy to get removed from the ground reality. And you filtered information come to you, and everybody in the management team has a certain story they're trying to tell and so on. And it's very easy for CEOs, founders to get somewhat isolated. So what do you do to make sure you are absolutely grounded. So even today you're hearing the customer voice.
So for me, my top item, which I will not skip, and the team that I run out of my office, I run the customer experience from my office.
Okay.
Which means actually right after our conversation, my next meeting is a conversation which happens every Tuesday, where group of store managers will join the call and I will hear them. And I hear them every week.
Yeah.
You know, what are their problems, because they are in touch with the customer every day. And then all my top management is there listening. I can tell you 90% of the time what your top management will tell you and what your store managers or people will not be the same. Initially, at least.
Yeah, right.
And you give them priority and you serve them.
Yeah.
You serve those who are serving customers.
Right.
I think that has really helped as a process. And every store that opens at Lenskart, there's a person in my office who will approve it. Which means unless we see that it is up to a certain standard, even in online customer experience, then the whole incentive model of the organization is you need to meet a certain net promoter score. Only if you clear that, rest everything follows. Which means at the top, and it is so difficult because you have people coming from different organizations. Imagine you met your revenue 100%, you met your EBITDA 100%, and you missed your net promoter score target. And you lose all your bonus.
Yeah.
You know,
is that what you do? The people?
That's what I've done for years. And it was like told, because adding 5 points, I would say 5 is high, 2 points in NPS is tougher than adding $100 million in revenue, is my belief.
I agree with you. So what is your NPS benchmark? What number makes you happy? Maybe nothing makes you happy, but what is acceptable?
See, currently we are at about 78, 79 in India.
78, 79 NPS. Yes. That's like Apple zone.
Yeah.
I don't believe you right now.
You can do your own check.
That's insane.
But you have come from, 45, 50, 60, 65, 70.
It's insane. 70, 79, I mean, I actually only know of Apple.
So it is, and we try to make it harder by making the survey stricter. पहले हम 48 hours में भेजते हैं after you receive the specs. Then we said, अच्छा इसमें कुछ वो तो नहीं है. Then we rationalize the number of responses कि we don't want extra responses. And then we collaborate with Detractor per 1,000. But NPS, now our key goal is, it's about consistency and not just NPS. Right. Every experience has to be of that, because averages sometimes don't tell you the truth. So at Lenskart, we have removed averages. No conversation is about averages. Everything is about percentile, 99 percentile. And this year we are taking some of the metrics to 100 percentile. That every, I'll tell you, if we have 2,000 stores, every week I would review personally, even till date, how many stores had air conditioner not working for more than a few hours.
It's all automated. You get all this data.
We get all this data, right? And teams are responsible, top management team. Now, AC may not be a big deal, and now these numbers are fairly consistent. But there were time it was like ek hafta ho gaya. Or even a delivery time, like we deliver in 40 cities next day. And our teams would say, ya barish ho gayi, ya flood ho gaya, big billion ho gaya, and we were not able to deliver. We today deliver next day for orders coming up to 9 p.m. 9 baje, if you place an order in 40 cities, we will deliver it next day with more than 95% reliability. Which even courier networks, you come from e-commerce, is very difficult. 95% reliability, and in some cities we are getting to 98, 99. And for that we had to plan so much extra hard.
Right.
So I would say that rest sab ho jata hai. What people do not, and I would say this very openly, all management, or all maybe, most management professionals like the financial numbers more than the customer. They would, अगर आज आपकी मीटिंग में 10 मीटिंग है, and let's say कुछ urgent आ जाता है, the meeting you will cancel is the store manager meeting. And I do it the opposite. We had some other meeting today. The only meeting of all the meetings that was retained was the listening to the customer meeting.
No, this is quite profound. I think this is reminding me of when I after acquisition, when I joined Flipkart, Sachin used to run this forum, which is basically the RC of the worst customer complaint. और वो 1 घंटा वो इतना पेनफुल मीटिंग होता था और जो सबसे ज़्यादा ऑर्डर में सबसे फटी है उसका like exactly what went wrong too, and that drove different level of customer center. And I agree with you, for most management professional, looking at nice fancy PowerPoint presentations and charts and average numbers going up is much better story versus looking at the dirty details of what's happening on
It
ground.
is the leading indicator of growth, if you ask me.
Yeah.
If you can crack it.
Right.
But it is very tough. Culturally, it is very tough.
Right. So Piyush, other I think major decision you guys have taken is to kind of build your own manufacturing, which was also पहले तो आप ऑनलाइन से ऑफलाइन चले गए जो अकॉर्डिंग टू कन्वेंशनल विजडम नहीं करना चाहिए था. उसके बाद देन यू वेंट इनटू लाइक full manufacturing, which will have huge inventory implication. Really figuring out manufacturing. I'm sure like 10 years ago, the whole company would not know ABCD of क्यों frame कैसे बनता है, lens कैसे बनता है. तो मे बी 2 पार्ट क्वेश्चन कि पहले जब तक आपने फैक्ट्री शुरू की थी तब सोर्सिंग कैसे होती थी, लाइक वर यू इम्पोर्टिंग दीज थिंग्स और इंडिया में लोकल मैन्युफैक्चर थे, एंड व्हाट लेड टू दिस होल process of kind of building your own, from what I understand, is like one of the most advanced setups in the world now. How was that journey like?
See, one thing that I think we understood very clearly, that when you buy from Lenskart, you walk out with nothing but a pair of specs, right? Rest everything you leave behind.
Yeah.
The channel, the store experience, the online app, the UI. What you take is a box and a pair of glasses.
And this is a product that probably is the only product in the world they use more than your phone.
Yeah. But so what will people remember us for? And how do we deliver that wow was sitting here? At least we understood and we believe that. So manufacturing was to take charge of that. Ki if we want our customers to be so happy, and even if we want to democratize this, enable this, then we need to invest here. So that's how the initial thought of it started. Ki we are not a channel business, we are an eyewear business. If we don't understand what we are selling, then which is why it's very important to understand what you are. If you are an online marketplace, then you may not be the most important. But if you're an eyewear, your goal is that, तो ये ओन करना पड़ेगा for 2 things. मेरे को अफोर्डेबल चश्मा बनाना है for India and highest quality बनाना है. And then I need to, really, this is where my experience is like. That's how manufacturing at the initial concept started. And then the second question, I think, again, was about ambition. We went and visited a lot of global facilities. And not just eyewear, all kinds. And we realized and we visited many in India also. And we realized there's a gap, of what Apple is doing with Foxconn. And there was this desire, why can't we do global level manufacturing in India? In those days, Jio was also doing something very interesting. They were laying optic fiber in India. And then the Jio story had started, and we used to say in the company that let's lay the optic fiber of India. So manufacturing was our optic fiber. कि अभी हमें क्लियर है, मार्केट जो भी बोले नंबर है नहीं, हमें पता है हम कितने हाई टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, हमें पता है लोगों को चश्मे की जरूरत है, हमें पता है we make a pair of glasses that is durable, that is high quality, will last, and it is affordable, Indian population will come. But आज हम एक खुद ही ट्रेडर हैं in many ways. हमको खुद ही नहीं पता, कस्टमर को तो पता ही नहीं, हमें भी नहीं पता, हम भी खरीद रहे हैं. But if we can own this, we can, and I think in that Jio Airtel war that was happening, I was watching it very closely.
Understood. And is this manufacturing eyewear, is it very complex? It gives some sense of, if
very complex.
So give us a little bit of tour, like verbal tour of your factory, कि अगर हम लोग वहाँ जाके देखेंगे and maybe you should invite me. I would love to visit also.
Oh, you should, absolutely.
इतने सारे investors, they're all visiting. But for the listeners here, give some sense of कि क्या होता है factory में, what is complicated?
Actually, eyewear itself is very complicated. एक चश्मा फ्रेम है, इसमें एक राइट आई है, एक लेफ्ट आई है, दोनों में लेंस है, ये लेंस में पावर है, ये जस्ट इन टाइम होना है. तो जो हमारा ई-कॉमर्स का सप्लाई चेन होता है उसमें तो पिक पैक शिप होता है, इसमें जस्ट इन टाइम मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है. और तो एक चीज तो जो जस्ट इन टाइम है कि मुझे ये लेंस लगाना है इन दो, और लेंस इस शेप में नहीं आता है, लेंस राउंड आता है.
अच्छा.
तो उसको काट के लगाना है, और वो काटने का वो पावर है उसके हर पॉइंट पे,
Right.
सेंट्रेशन वगैरह, ऑल ऑफ दैट. सो दैट इज वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स.
Okay. लेंस आप इंपोर्ट करते हो?
नहीं, और उसके बाद ये जो लेंस है, कुछ आप इंपोर्ट कर सकते हैं, बट काफी बनाना पड़ता है जस्ट इन टाइम. जैसे प्रोग्रेसिव है, यू नो, डिस्टेंस विजन है, नियर विजन है,
Yeah.
तो कॉम्प्लेक्स पावर्स यू हैव टू मेक जस्ट इन टाइम. तो वो भी एक प्रोसेस है. एक मोटा सा ब्लैंक आता है मोनोमर,
Okay.
उसको आपको शेव करते जाना है कॉनकेव कॉन्वेक्स सरफेस को,
Right.
जब तक वो लेंस ना बन जाए.
Hmm.
और वो लेंस इस राउंड शेप में बनता है, फिर आप उसमें से चश्मा काटते हैं.
Got it.
नाउ दिस इज ऑल टू हैपन आफ्टर द ऑर्डर कम्स.
Every glass is individually manufactured.
यस, इट इज अ जस्ट इन टाइम इंडिविजुअल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. तो अगर आप कंपेयर करें,
Yeah.
देयर आर, आई डोंट नो ऑफ अदर एग्जांपल्स इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. ज्वेलरी है, बट उसमें वो वॉल्यूम, जहां पे आपका हर पीस यूनिक है. इसमें कोई कार इज क्वाइट कॉम्प्लेक्स, बट यू स्टिल हैव बैच प्रोसेसिंग.
That's-
यहाँ पे जस्ट इन टाइम है,
Hmm.
एंड प्रिसिशन इज वेरी हाई. यहाँ पे एक स्क्रैच
Yeah.
यू विल नॉट टॉलरेट. सेंटर इधर से उधर हो गया, यू विल नॉट टॉलरेट.
Yeah.
तो इसलिए जितना भी इकोसिस्टम है, ये होता है लोकली
Right.
एज ऑफ नाउ. Lenskart में what we did is we moved it central.
Hmm.
Now when you move it central, a lot of problems emerge because you are not able to take care of individual specs in the same way that person. But what you can do is you can do robotics.
Hmm.
So if you enter into a Lenskart
Yeah.
factory first, I think you will see a lot of robotics. I mean, you know, for us, I think that is our largest investment in the company because we haven't burnt money, but we put almost $100 million into into this facility.
Yeah.
तो उसमें हमने lens handling, lens quality check, precision, cutting of the lens, manufacturing of the lens, उसको पूरा एक e-commerce type supply chain में integrate किया, where when an order is placed in any part of India, within seconds it is sinking into a centralized place. Frame is getting picked,
Yeah.
lens is getting manufactured. From that conveyor, it is moving into cutting. After cutting, then it is getting QC checked again. Lens pop ho gaya, then it is packed automatically. And then logistics is also fully robotics because हमको, like I said, courier company 5-6 बजे पैकेट पिक करती है. हम तो 9 बजे के ऑर्डर को कल डिलीवर करना है, तो रात को बनेगा, फिर हम उसको सॉर्ट करेंगे ओमनी चैनल फॉर्मेट में,
Right.
फिर वो शिप होगा बाय एयरलाइन विच वी विल मैनेज, देन वी विल पिक इट अप देयर, डिलीवर टू द कस्टमर. तो एंड देन वी आर आल्सो रिप्लेनिशिंग आवर स्टोर इन द सेम सप्लाई चेन. तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, जस्ट इन टाइम मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, सेंट्रलाइज्ड, high precision, I would say, as similar to what we be in pharma or
Yeah.
in, makes it super complex.
Got it.
And
got it.
technology
Yeah.
has played a very large role there, I would say.
Is this like one of its kind in the world?
It would be. Because हमने कहीं से कॉपी तो किया नहीं है.
Right.
तो ये मॉडल जो है ग्राउंड अप बना है पिछले 10 साल में.
Right.
एंड वी कंटिन्यू टू. और उसमें जो हमने ऑटोमेशन लगाया, एक इंडियन स्टार्टअप ही है, उसके साथ मिलके हमने ऑटोमेशन बनाए
Got it.
काफी हद तक. वो उतना महंगा भी नहीं बना,
Sure.
लकीली, नहीं तो दिस वुड बी $400-500 million एटलीस्ट.
Got it.
तो वो ऑटोमेशन आया, तो वो इंजीनियर होके एंड यू नो वी गॉट लकी, आई वुड से, कि वो काम कर गया बिकॉज ऑटोमेशन इज ऑलवेज अ ग्रे
Yeah.
एरिया.
See, on this podcast a while back I had Mr. Raghuram Rajan. तो उनकी बुक ब्रेकिंग द मोल्ड में उन्होंने लेंसकार्ट का काफ़ी डिटेल में बात करी थी. एंड दिस इज़ लाइक, यू नो, दिस इज ग्रेट. यू नो, देयर इज सो मच टॉक अबाउट मेक इन इंडिया एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, and but a lot of make in India is right now assemble in India. But in your case, at least you guys have built like pretty much soup to nuts, entire full stack manufacturing, which is unique, you know, which is
I would
quite
say
something.
that, and with all the humility, I would say that don't look at the price at which we are selling to the customer, but just look at what we are doing.
Right.
And today, global players, German, Japanese players, are recognizing the quality that is. I mean, we ship from here to across the world now.
Yeah.
Right, the same quality of
Hmm.
glasses. So it is it is beating global standards. It is nowhere under global, neither in product, raw material. You can spend 50,000 rupees anywhere else, and you can spend just 3,000 rupees at Lenskart or maybe 5,000. I can guarantee you can send it to any lab in the world and do a test of frame, lens, coating, quality, fitting, and the result will be in front of you.
And Piyush, this is also, reminding me, like, it's been nearly, say, 15 years, with the whole Lenskart journey. And given that, you have invested that much time and effort, and clearly, you are learning every day and compounding that. And now you are able to aspire for, like, truly being globally unique and setting your own standards, not even chasing other people's standard. That's also, for sometime in the startup journey, we don't realize that too. We can get inspiration from Bill Gates and, Steve Jobs, but both of their companies are now 50-year-old. And the 50-year compounding is what made them multi-trillion-dollar companies. So just talk a bit about that and your whole mental model about, this. Something is, for me also, it's very hard in my early days to think, यार, अच्छी company बनाने में, 2-3 decades लगेंगे. But when you look at retrospect, it almost always takes that much time.
Yes, it will take that much time. I think India में talent है. हमारे, and I do think we have created some very great companies in India. And what Bill created or what Netflix has created, I think we just need to be more persistent. It will take that time. I don't think it will not take that time. AI, you could do a lot more with AI into that time. But see, compounding is magical. We have all realized it now.
8 wonder of the world. खाली स्कूल में सिखाना चाहिए, सिखाते नहीं है
वो सिखाते नहीं है, वो समझ में किसी को normally भी नहीं आता till you really get down to experiencing that you can actually create more than a company a year,
right?
And more than many companies in a year once you start compounding.
Correct.
The key, I think, is the intangibles. We end up focusing a lot on tangibles, building, structure, factory, chalo bhi hai, but the core is the intangible. And I think some of the global organizations have done that really well. Keeping it high performance, keeping a culture which is innovating, which is nimble. Because the startup ka jo environment hai, I'm not saying innovation nahi karna hai, but while being innovative, you also have to do what you do well at scale, and it is not easy.
Right. And having done the hard work and having reached here, I think you are definitely in a position to really be a company that matters at a global scale. And that we unfortunately not have too many examples of companies of Indian origin who truly matter on the global scale. But I think you definitely have that opportunity.
And it will depend on how we, whether we stay focused and grounded. I truly think, and we learn and we come to work every day like it was really day one. And aspire, and talent will be core.
Changing gear, Piyush, I think also we're nearing the time as well, and if I don't ask you about Shark Tank, my team will not like it. So what's the thought process? Look, I think Shark Tank is doing great service to India. I think in some ways it's making entrepreneurship cool, accessible. Like a lot of people get to see entrepreneurs कैसे सोचते हैं प्रॉब्लम के बारे में, सीड से फंडिंग कैसे होती है. But you are running obviously very large organization. What is your thought process? Like, is thought Shark Tank your way of giving back or just having some fun? Is helping Lenskart brand? Like, कैसे सोचते हैं इसके बारे में?
पहले तो when I first went, it was just out of passion because I had watched Shark Tank for many years before being an entrepreneur. So it was just out of curiosity, I would say, more than anything else. Later, I think it became a great learning experience for me, because somewhere I would say that the world was changing faster than I was even imagining. Because हम अपनी कंपनी में busy हैं, customer experience solve करना है, चश्मा बनाना solve करना है, quality of चश्मा. So I was also not able to anticipate what is happening outside. So I learned so much, and I was learning. I learned about D2C. मुझे तो word ही नहीं पता था D2C. I learned about social media because इस type के companies बहुत आते हैं. Shark Tank में understood कि छोटे शहरों में किस टाइप के लोग टेक्नोलॉजी बना रहे हैं. कोई हेलमेट बना रहा है, कोई मेडिकल इक्विपमेंट बना रहा है डायबिटीज के लिए. तो it gave me a lot of it. insight into what is happening. It allowed me to think out of box.
Yeah.
And that change came to Lenskart, no doubt, because we then became much more powerful on social media. We started hiring talent, which we were earlier not even looking. The amount of money I would give to people to do something reduced significantly. The amount of time I would give to people would reduce significantly. So that became my hunger. कि यार यहाँ जाता हूँ, सीख के आता हूँ. It is maybe 10 weekends or 5 weekends in a year.
Yeah.
It was earlier 10, then I reduced it to 5. This year is going to be even marginal. But that became the hunger of it. And of course, when you meet these entrepreneurs, you kind of go back in time. So yeah, I think I would say there is always a service angle, but entrepreneurs, good entrepreneurs find funding. I'm a bit selfish here in the sense कि यार हमें भी सीखना है, right? And it is important to go back.
Right. So it's helping you stay grounded and
knowledgeable है यार. मुझे तो लगता है कि जब बड़ी corporates में बात ही नहीं होती है.
Correct.
I need this $1 million, $2 million. और तो मैं देख रहा हूँ यार एक नहीं 50 लाख के में तो पूरी कंपनी खड़ी हो जाती है.
Correct. What are like any one or two companies that totally blew you away that you've seen in your Shark Tank experience?
Yes, I think one is this company called Padcare. Which a guy came and he was obsessed with the recycling of sanitary pads.
Recycling.
And he is going all the way. मतलब उसने मशीन भी बना लिया है. Then उसने मशीन बना लिया तो उसको समझ नहीं आया अब क्या करूं. तो he went to corporates. In corporates, he's putting bins in, to make a revenue model is very tough.
Correct.
In our businesses. तो corporate में he charges per toilet.
Right.
Now, तो किसी बिल्डिंग कॉर्पोरेट में 500 टॉयलेट है तो 500 into 500 रुपए. That's how he built the building. So he got into the large corporate. तो वो वहाँ पे बिन लगाता है. His team go and collect sanitary pads. Then he brings it back and he recycles them on his own machines. There's no third party machine. So that to me was very interesting. Then there is a second investment there which is very interesting is this company called Hak Darshak. Hak Darshak,
okay.
He's building like a new Aadhaar card for India, which is like a benefits card.
Right.
So it's like it's linked to an NSDL payment account, and government बहुत benefits देती है, Indians को, but वो कोई avail नहीं करता. So it is a card which is also linking to your bank account, and you can avail all the benefits seamlessly. And he has a team.
Right.
So there is a lot of innovative companies, and then there are a lot. There's a guy in Dehradun. He's building an ECG monitor, and वो अब hospitals में भी लगना शुरू हो गया है. क्योंकि हॉस्पिटल में आप देखोगे वो जो ECG स्क्रीन आती है वो कितनी बेडरूम्स में होती है हॉस्पिटल में. Not many people can afford. उसने वो कन्वर्ट कर दिया एक एंड्रॉइड डिवाइस पे विद एन अटैचमेंट.
अच्छा.
नाउ एवरी बेड कैन बिकम एन ICU बेड.
Nice.
In a calamity. Right. So yeah, a lot of learning.
बढ़िया सही. I think this is also maybe encouraging for the future of innovation and entrepreneurship in India.
Don't undermine what people are doing in small towns, I would say, with less resources.
Right. And that's probably the next wave of growth and innovation, and should come from there because that's where most of the India still lives.
And that is where hunger is. I think यहाँ पे अभी एक sense of entitlement है. और वहाँ पे hunger अभी पूरा वही है जो पहले यहाँ होता था.
The Piyush is outstanding. I think Lenskart's story is very, very inspiring. Like while I followed the story from sidelines and a lot of common investors and so on, but I think hearing your perspective and how you build the company is, I think I can now see more clearly why Lenskart is what it is. And I think more important, I think you put the foundation for building a outstanding company. I know you're also super busy with your IPO. All the best. I think a lot of people are waiting for it. It's going to be one more important milestone in the Indian startup ecosystem. So wish you all the best and thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Mukesh. Thank you.